Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good division rivalry coming up here in the AFC, and these two teams have met once already, so they are more than familiar with one another's tendencies, and maybe more importantly, their weaknesses. It's the Titans going up against the Texans. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On first down, it's Savage. Surveying the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Titans are going to have a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go play action here on first down. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Cook. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Titans a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Cook. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll give the Texans a first down. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Savage on first. And he whips that one incomplete there. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd.
Green 39! Green 39! Over!
Savage wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They come out here in the I. Short yardage unit out there. This is Fowler, the fullback. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So the Titans are forced to punt as Brett Kern is on to do the honors. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Second down, here's Savage. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end. But when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
No. Check. Patriot.
Savage on 3rd. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Let's go. Green, 39. Detroit. Over. God, Detroit.
To throw on second down is Savage. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go now. Green. All right, now let's go. Green.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd and 2, Savage. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Throwing, Cook. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now Cook. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw again. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
First down carry for Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And cuts it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch it now, Marty. Green, over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Set, 3-19. Detroit. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
All right, here we go.
Here's Savage now on 2nd. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense showing blitz.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Savage. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Their big tight end. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing, Cook. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Set, speed, now look at 56. Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd, Savage toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Savage. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They go play action here on first down. And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Savage. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw on second down is Savage. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now inside the red zone, Savage. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw, Savage. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Let's go!
The final shot before break for Savage. And that's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Henry. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go. 56. Over.
Now Cook. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
On 2nd and 10, Savage. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Another pistol look here. Throwing on third down, it's Savage. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver. and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And now out comes Houston. One receiver left, three to the right. On first down, it's Savage. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Savage. Completion left side to Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here we go, first and 10 now.
All right, here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. There's Savage on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Savage. Going, and this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense now. Throwing, Cook. Goes underneath for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go.
on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Now Cook. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now a first down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
On second down, here's Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Texans defense stands tall. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Succop will put this one right through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out. And you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And back to the air. Savage on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 63 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. In motion is Strong. Now inside the red zone, Savage. And his throw here's incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 2nd and 10, Savage. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. Looking for some. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Cook. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down and just 1. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing, Cook. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On third down, Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Croft. And a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. To throw on second down is Savage. Gets it to Strong. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Savage now on second. Completion left side to Miller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Cook. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Cook. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Back to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Succop will put this one right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but and the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Leopard, here we go now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he gets it down to the 32. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
The traction now, Barney, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape of this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win 1 every now and then.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Houston, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.